Hello guys, welcome to NameTech channel. My name is Nehemiah, and guys, I'm very much happy to have you on board today. And so today we are going to learn about Python 6. Remember, this is Python programming lesson 11. We have previous classes in this channel, but today we are going to focus on the Python 6. But before we get started, if it's your first time to get into this channel, please take a second or two, click that subscribe and also the like button to support this channel. And also to the returning subscribers, I really appreciate you very much. But I can as well like this video so that YouTube may recommend this video to more viewers. Now back to the main topic. I said that we are going to learn about Python sets. So first of all, let's understand what is a set in Python. So basically in Python, sets are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Remember that a set is one of the 4 built-in data types in Python, which are used to store collection of data. The other 3 includes the lists, tuples, and also the dictionaries. Now each has different qualities in the usages. Now a set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, and also unindexed. And then I guess please note this one, that I say that it's unchangeable, but it does allow it can allow you to remove item and also to add new items. And then I guess about these sets, they are written with the curly brackets. So I want us to write here an example, guys, so that perhaps you can understand these types very well. Now first of all, I'm going to write here a variable name. Remember that a variable is used to store data values to be used later. So I'm going to write first of all the variable name, and the one that I like using is fruits. I like using fruits is my variable name, but you can use whichever you want, but this is just my preference. Now and then I'm going to assign it to a set, and then guys, I see that a set will use the curly brackets. So now in this set I'm going to use a string. In this case I'm going to use a string because it's fruits. So let me say the first one to be apple, and then so the second one, let me give it something like a banana. Remember, you can use a single or a double quotes, but I like using the double quotes, but you can use either a single or a double quotes. So this is banana, the second item. Let me give it something. Let me just give it banana, and then the third one, perhaps let me say mango, or whichever fruit you like. You can give it any. Actually, I'm just using for the sake of tutorial. These are the ones that I find it easy to use in my tutorials. And then guys, I'm going to write here a print function. Remember, a print function is used to execute this codes in our terminal, and the function is just print, and then guys, it ends with what? With these they're called what? The bracket, just the normal brackets, 2 rounded brackets. And then now guys, here I'm going to write what? The variable name. I'm going to write what? The variable name, which is fruits. So basically I say that a variable I used to store data values. So like when I write fruits, so in our terminal it will not print out fruits, but it will print the values of fruits, and in this case is a set, actually a set. And then I guess now perhaps let me try to zoom in so that you can see these types very well. I'm sure now you can see. Basically this first one is a variable name, and then this one is the values assigning to this variable name. And then I say that the print function is used to execute the codes. Now here when I write fruits, it will not print fruits, but it will print the values of fruits. And so guys, if you want to run, but I think if you have been following me from the first lesson, you now understand this software. So if you want to run, actually this is PyCharm, the integrated development environment for Python. So this is the software that we've been using for as our notebook. But then guys, if you want to run it, you can click on this run tab. You click on the run tab, and then I guess you go to the this fourth option, which is run. And then I guess here you're going to select the file the file that you're using. For my sake, I'm using main is my main file here, but perhaps on your end you have a different file name, but this one is just my file that I'm using for this. Printed out the the values of that fruit. So I say that our fruits is our actually the variable name, and then here is our values. So basically now these are set, and guys, I say that a set is what a set are unordered, so you cannot be sure in which order the items will appear. So now let's try to talk about these set items. So set items are unordered, as I told you earlier, unchangeable, and also do not allow duplicates. So now when I talk about its nature of being unordered, we mean that the items can in a set do not have a defined order, and then so it can just rearrange items in our terminal. I'm going to write here another example so that you can understand this very well. Now set items can appear in a different order every time you use them, and cannot be referred to by the index or a key. So then the other thing that I said is unchangeability, unchangeable. So when talking about its unchangeable nature, we mean that we cannot change the items after the set has been created. So once a set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can remove items and add new items. And then guys, I also said that duplicates does not allow duplicates. So sets cannot have two items with the with the same value. So I want to repeat apple twice. So let me repeat again. Let me say apple, and let me say apple. Then guys, remember the shortcut to run shift plus what plus F10. So perhaps let me try to do it. Let me try to add another item, like let me say. Remember guys, you close an item with a semicolon, and others Python sets will not recognize it as a as a set. So let me write what? Let me write perhaps orange. I guess orange is a fruit, we don't know. Let me say orange, orange, and then do what? Shift plus F10, and then guys, you can see that here at the terminal, allow it to refresh. You have what? Orange, mango, banana, and apple. And then guys, I say that this one does not consider ordering, does not have a predefined order. So here you can see guys, here are the the codes. Apple is the first one, banana second one, but then guys, here at the time you can see that we have orange as the first one, mango the second one, and so forth. So guys, you now understand that these sets do not have does not allow what actually does not have a defined order. So guys, perhaps the other thing that you have just realized is that does not allow what duplicates. So for example, this one is apple, then I will have the other apple, but then guys, you can see here at the terminal you have what actually the four items don't have two apples. So guys, perhaps for you to understand very well, let me try to talk about the length, how to get the length of a set. So basically you can see that guys, we have 5 items here, 1 2 3 4 5 items. But then guys, I want to use here a length function actually to determine the length of items, so that you may understand. So basically to identify the length of of a set, we use what? The length the length function, and then here you're going to write what? Fruits. So I guess you now understand that this variable name I just used to store data values. And so guys, you can see here at the terminal we have what? We have 4 items. So basically guys, you now realize that it does not allow duplicates. So guys, I think by now you understand that it does not allow duplicates, does not have a defined order. And what else? We also say that these items are unchangeable, so you cannot change you cannot change the items after the set has been created. But then I don't want to go into much details. So basically guys, if you want to do it, actually basically these steps allow what a different what data types. So I've been using strings, but then it also allows what? It does allow other data types, like integers. So let me try also with an integer 1, 10, something like 50, something like 200. So let me click on the shift plus what